Deep in the Owl Mountains of Poland, a secret was being carved from solid rock. It's a secret that dates back to the final desperate years of World War II. Between 1943 and 1945, Nazi Germany poured enormous resources into a colossal underground construction project. The codename? Riese, German for giant. This wasn't just a construction site. It was a place of immense suffering built by thousands of forced laborers from concentration camps. But then, as the war drew to a close, the project was suddenly abandoned. Its true purpose was never documented, and its full scale remains unknown. We're left with one consuming question. What was this subterranean city really for? Project Riese is a massive network of 7 known underground complexes. Dug out beneath the Owl Mountains in the historic KSIAG castle, the sheer scale of it is just staggering. To even connect the excavation sites, a huge network of roads and railways had to be built. But what we can see today is hauntingly incomplete. Of all the vast tunnels that were carved, only about 11% were ever finished with concrete. Human cost was horrific. Thousands of prisoners of war and inmates from concentration camps like Grossrosen were forced to work here under the most brutal conditions imaginable. Many died from disease, malnutrition, and sheer exhaustion. Their sacrifice is a grim memorial, sealed within the cold, damp stone. Today, you can actually walk through parts of the complex. You can see the echoing corridors and get a sense of the project's insane ambition. But seeing the raw, unfinished halls only makes the central enigma deeper. With nearly all the documents destroyed before Germany's surrender, we're left with 2 main theories. The first is that Project Riese was meant to be Hitler's last, impregnable headquarters. As Allied bombing raids got more intense, the Nazi regime was desperate to move its command centers underground. We already know about places like the Wolf's Lair, Hitler's headquarters on the Eastern Front where he spent over 800 days, and the Vorbunker in Berlin, where he made his last stand. Supporters of this theory believe Riese was the next logical step. A massive fortress deep in the mountains. It's designed to keep the Nazi leadership safe and allow them to run the war from a bomb-proof sanctuary. The nearby Kiakas castle was already being converted for Hitler, with tunnels planned to connect directly to the underground network. The second big theory is that Riese was going to be a network of secret weapons factories. The Nazis were already moving critical production underground to hide from Allied bombs. Facilities like B8 Berg Crystal in Austria were building advanced jet fighters in subterranean tunnels. The tunnels at Riese are huge. Some are big enough for trucks to drive through, which points to some kind of industrial use. Some people think they were for building V1 and V2 rockets, or maybe even more secret wonder weapons. It makes sense. If you're trying to protect your weapons manufacturing, Riese would have been the crown jewel of that underground industrial empire. So, what's the real story? Well, the truth might be a mix of both, a combination of a headquarters and a production facility. But we'll probably never know for sure. The project was abandoned in 1945 as the Red Army closed in. In fact, construction was reportedly still happening right up until the final days of the war in Europe, only stopping when Soviet troops were practically on their doorstep. This sudden halt left the complex frozen in time, an unfinished monument to a desperate regime's final, grandiose plans. The very fact that it's incomplete is what keeps the mystery alive. What would this underground city have become? This mystery has also fueled decades of wild speculation. There are stories of hidden Nazi treasures, including the legendary Amber Room and a supposed gold train that rumored to have vanished into one of these tunnels. While extensive searches for this train have turned up nothing, the secrets of Project Riese still capture the imagination. Was it a fortress, a factory, or something else entirely? What do you think is hiding in the unexplored parts of those tunnels? Let us know your theories in the comments below. If you think unsolved historical mysteries like this one are as compelling as we do. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the past's greatest secrets. Today, the accessible tunnels of Project Riese stand as a chilling monument. They are a stark reminder of the sheer scale of the Nazi war machine, its brutal methods, and its far-reaching ambitions. While historians keep piecing together clues, much of the tunnel system is still inaccessible, either collapsed or maybe even undiscovered. The full extent of what lies beneath the Owl Mountains might never be revealed. For now, Project Riese remains what it has been for more than 75 years, Hitler's final and most profound secret, its silence echoing with unanswered questions.